Okay, good morning. I think I'm going to share with you today Christmas in the Holla from Fat Daddy's Watermelon and Other Tales from the Holla. That's Fat Daddy. I took that picture when I was I was 12 years old. I just gotten my first camera. I think Fat Daddy was about 50. That's him. Wasn't he cute? Christmas time in the hollow was always filled with cheer. Kinfolk came from miles away to celebrate each year. Some drove in from Illinois, from Texas and Mobile. Reuniting with the family was always such a thrill. My uncles, aunts, and cousins were warmly welcomed back. We'd spend the Christmas holidays inside that modest shack. Although there didn't seem to be a lot of room to spare, Bubba always managed to squeeze us all in there. No room for single sleeping. We slept in 3s and 4s on sofa beds and pallets she spread down on the floor. 4 daughters reunited and rested from their haul would start early in the morning cooking for us all. The farmhouse was full of young'uns, stirring all about, grabbing biscuits, slamming doors, running in and out. We were a rowdy bunch of cousins making lots of noise. The only little girl was me. All the rest were boys. Reacquainted with my cousins, the new wore off quite fast. I retreated to the kitchen to watch them cook at last. Bubba's unbaked fruitcake was such fun to watch her make. Candy fruits and fresh pecans adorned that lovely cake. I'd sop the frosting from the bowls and sample what I could of recipes my aunts prepared, and all of them were good. The kitchen smelled like cakes and pies. Spices filled the air. There was lots of friendly chatter and laughter everywhere. Bubba's Christmas turkey and delicious country ham were baking in the oven. There were turnip greens and yams. We had creamy mashed potatoes, cranberries, English peas, fantastic giblet gravy that Bubba made to please. 1 pan thick and 1 pan thin of Bubba's famous dressing. They'd chosen who'd deliver this year's Christmas blessing. The men were in the living room relaxing with Fat Daddy. The TV kept them occupied till all the food was ready. Kids gathered round the fireplace in old Fat Daddy's room. Counting down the hours, we'd open presents soon. Tradition always had it on the night of Christmas Eve that our family opened presents around Fat Daddy's tree. This part of Yuletide season was the part we loved the most. So much noise and laughter, they could hear us coast to coast. Since no one in the living room could speak below a shout, the loudest kid would be the one to give the presents out. We gathered round the Christmas tree inside that tiny den. I sat cross-legged on the floor, right next to Ricky Glenn. Fat Daddy was in his big armchair with Bubba at his side. We couldn't all fit in one room, but everybody tried. One year I gave Fat Daddy some socks and handkerchiefs. I thought for sure he'd find them such dumb and boring gifts. But Mama knew his needs the best, and she had chosen them. I knew he liked my present when he winked at me and grinned. Bubba got some slippers and some flannel gowns and smocks. Fat Daddy got some aftershave, some underwear, and socks. And every year he opened up a present, sure to please. It was his favorite gift of all, a big old chunk of cheese. Everyone was opening up the presents neath the tree. There was one for all the children. Some got 2 or 3. Lots of yelling, laughs galore. Our crew made such a racket. Some hollered, silk pajamas. Some shouted, smoking jacket. There were coats and camouflage, electric blankets, guns. Everybody got a gift. We all had so much fun. Christmas wrap was everywhere, and Bubba saved the bows. Year after year, the gifts from her would still be wearing those. Some of us went home that night, but I preferred to stay at Bubba's humble farmhouse, where I'd wake on Christmas Day. The stockings hung for Santa. We crawled into our beds with thoughts of Christmas morning a-waltzing through our heads. Hypnotized to slumber by the lights on Bubba's tree, I'd dream of Christmas morning with Ricky Glenn and me. Another day of cheer was sure this night to follow. Memories last forever of Christmas in the hollow. Merry Christmas from the hollow, where I have lived the longest of any place that I've ever lived. And I love it. So many memories reside right here. And I'm so grateful to be here and have so much to be thankful for. Again, Merry Christmas, and make it as beautiful as these were.